Hi, Collective. Thank you so much for joining me for another collective reading. I am the Ascended Feminine, and this is the Ascended Femininity. Okay, I love that name. If you are familiar with this face but not this channel, it's because I do have another channel. If you guys want to check that out, you can. You're more than welcome to. But I do have another channel where I do collective daily readings as well. The vibe is way different. The readings and the channels that I get for that YouTube channel are very separate from what I get for this channel. And that's why I wanted to create the divide, because I'm feeling called to share both messages, but I'm almost kind of like seeing the way that these are two different collectives. So some of you guys will only resonate over here, and that's perfectly fine. Make sure you subscribe. Some of you guys will only resonate with the other channel. That's also perfectly fine. And some of you guys will resonate with both, and that's also perfectly fine as well. You are 100% entitled to stay wherever you feel most called to, okay? So, for those of you who are feeling called to stay here and to vibe out and have fun with me, then let's do it, okay? Another announcement, if you guys are coming from my other channel, my 3 card pulls are back up. I took them down for a little bit because they're my most affordable service. And so it was like overbooked and I was getting a little bit overwhelmed. So I took it down for a little bit, recharge my energy. I have it back up. I will just do that when I need to, just kind of take it down, recharge my energy, and then put it back up. But for those of you who are interested in getting a reading and you want one that's more affordable, I did put that service back up for you guys. So for those of you who are interested, you can click the link in my description box to book. You can see all my services. And if you're looking for the 3 card pull, you would just click 3 card pull. Okay, so we're going to get into the message, you guys. I'm tapping into somebody who is a real trendsetter at this moment in time, honestly. Someone who is really setting the bar. Like some of you guys are setting the bar in some area of your life. We have relationships and imagination coming out as your 2 oracle cards. Interesting. So with imagination and oracle, I can clearly see here that you are influencing a lot of the people around you, especially your very close interpersonal relationships. Um, I'm even getting for some of you guys that there are people who don't even want to tell you this, but a lot of people are very inspired by you with the imagination card. With the imagination card, I can see that you guys are very good at manifesting. You're very good at bringing things down into your reality, and people are really admiring that about you at this moment in time. Some of you guys have a really good sense of style. A lot of you guys could be very good at something. Some of you guys could be competitive in some way, shape, or form, meaning like you compete in something like bodybuilding. Some of you guys could be athletes in some way, shape, or form. Pageants is what I'm hearing. Fashion shows, models, like something like that. Or you guys could just be very good at something and you guys could post about it or share it, or it could just be something that someone sees about you. Someone sees the way that a vision of yours has come to life, and it's very inspiring to somebody. Some of you guys have achieved something as of recently, and it's making people look at you like you are a trendsetter, like you are someone who is worth following. For some of you guys, it's just the way that you are authentic and the way that you follow your goals and dreams, and you don't let anyone else sway you. With the imagination card, I'm also hearing that you march to the beat of your own drum. So you don't let anyone tell you what you need to do, what direction you need to go in. We have balance as well. So I can see that a lot of people are noticing that things balance out really well for you. And this is what is inspiring people around you to become more like you. There's this overall sense of like everything always works out for the collective. Trusting yourself always works out for you. Some of you guys could be loners. While there's people around you who cannot be alone, you know, they would rather be around people that they don't like than to be around people that to be, you know, with themselves. I'm seeing that the collective, you really have mastered that. You have a perfect balance of almost everything in your life. You know when to be alone, you know when to be around other people, you know when to withdraw from other people. There's something about you doing things at like the perfect time as well. So you guys could have a strong trust in your own intuition as well, which is very inspiring. I had to put my candle out, you guys. It's getting very strong in here. But I can see here that you guys have a very strong sense of self. And like I heard, in this world or in this society, there's like an absence of that, of people who march to the beat of their own drum. There's an absence of people who stand out from the crowd. There's an absence of people who, set the trends, is what I'm getting. I'm saying that you're setting a trend in regards to relationships. Also, some of you guys could have recently left something, or left someone, or left a situation, and you really showed a lot of people how it's done. I'm seeing someone who could have been maybe in like a really crappy marriage their whole life, and you were just like, bye. Like, you don't waste any time. You leave where you're not wanted. You leave where you're not appreciated. Someone is really admiring that courage that you have at this moment in time as well. People are recognizing you as very strong right now, because of the fact that you can walk away from things that don't serve you. You don't stay where you're not wanted. You don't stay where you're not loved. You don't stay where you're not appreciated. I also heard that you are ahead of your time. Also, you're always early, collective, is what I'm getting as well. We have the sun card, and I'm hearing that you follow the sun, you chase the sun, and I'm more so seeing that as your intuition. Some of you guys could notice things about people. You know how, like, you can enter a room, and let's say there's someone that everyone loves, and you're just sitting there like, how does no one see past this person? How does no one see that this person is not a good person? But you can usually see that, collective. That's what I'm getting from you. And later on down the line, people will be like, you know what? Collective was right for either leaving. They were right for leaving this person behind, for leaving this group, for calling this person out. I'm seeing that you are almost like a seer, in a sense, where you can see things before they happen, or you're a truth teller in the way that truth is just like, you guys have like a truth vision or a truth goggle. So it seems like you're a trendsetter, but what it really is, from what I'm getting, with the imagination card, is that you can see right through the bull. Like, you can see straight through bullshit, is what I'm really getting from this, okay? And not just with people, but with life in general. Like, you have a really good eye for what you should be investing in as it relates to yourself and others. Some of you guys, there's people around you who feel really naked in front of you as well, is what I'm getting, because I'm hearing vision as well. And I'm seeing the sun, and I'm hearing sun rays or x-ray. So I'm seeing like you are like a human, like, x-ray, where you can sense people's intentions. You can sense whether or not you should go somewhere. Like, your discernment is on point, is what I'm also getting, from your vibe as well, collective. It's almost like people want to come to you. I'm seeing that you are, building this reputation of people wanting to come to you for your opinion. You could have dealt with people your whole life, people who maybe judged you, or made it seem like, you didn't know what you were talking about. I'm seeing you have the burden of being the first person to tell the truth, or the first person to see something, because we have the page of pentacles out here. So I can see very clearly that when you bring like a truth, or when you bring a vision or something like that to a group of people, especially a group of people who aren't awakened, you often carry that burden of being the first person to know something, the first person to notice something. And so it always seems like your truth is really small. This is the page of pentacles, so it always seems like, there's something about the page having a lot of courage, but the page is also usually very much alone by themselves. They don't have any support. There's something very strong, and courageous about you, collective, that people are noticing, and it's that you have the courage to stand alone. You have the courage to have your own opinions, your own sense of style. I was also getting that you guys are ahead of your time. So for some of you guys, your sense of style could be way ahead of its time. Like, I'm seeing someone who dresses a certain way, you style yourself a certain way, do your hair a certain way, and it's like you might be alone in that now, but in like 5, 10 years, in pictures, I'm seeing some of you guys are going to be like in on someone's like mood board or something for the way that they want to dress or something like that. I'm saying that you're very, different, almost like extraterrestrial in your being. And it's not that you're extraterrestrial. Well, you could be, because you have the world card sitting right in front of my face. I was waiting to address it, but I'm seeing that you're very otherworldly, or that's what it seems like, because again, you're just always ahead of your time. You're always alone. You're always right. It just seems like you are just like this extraterrestrial benevolent, creature. And we also have the judgment card here, and you can see there's this, major large, big angel sitting at the top of this card. That's what it feels like to be in your presence, collective. It feels like being in the presence of greatness, in the presence of someone who is occupying the wrong space in time. You guys have a very futuristic vibe. It's a blessing to experience you, is what I'm hearing as well. I'm also getting that you guys don't stay in places very long. I said that in the beginning, where you guys don't stay in places where you're not appreciated, or you don't stay in places where you're not, wanted or something like that. But I'm seeing it more so as you just know when to leave places, and you know when something doesn't resonate with you. You know when you're not being received for like well. A lot of you guys are earth angels. Like some of you guys know when it's just time to leave people and places, and you have no problem doing so with the judgment card. Like you're very objective in that sense, and that's why people could be seeing you as like extraterrestrial, because most things that would keep people stuck down, they don't keep you stuck down. Like I said earlier with the marriage example, I was tapping into someone who stayed in a marriage for a long time because of obligation, because of children. But I'm seeing the collective, you're just like, bye. I'm saying that you don't really have any attachments to this world, because you are the world, is what I'm getting. That's what I just heard. You are everything. So it's like, why would I need to have an attachment to other people? If I am everything, if I am, some of you guys see yourself as a god or as a goddess, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because it frees you of all like attachments that don't serve you. Like I said, you leave, like you always leave on time. You're able to call truths out. And it's because with the world card, I'm getting that a lot of people around you, collective, you could notice this, but it's very hard for people around you to keep opinions of themselves. It's really hard. You could notice the way that people around you over time, they're changed by their environment. You are never changed by your environment. You come in as you are and you leave exactly as you are. And it doesn't mean you're stubborn. It doesn't mean that you are not trying to hear what people have to say. It means that you are so grounded in who you are, collective, and you are becoming the person that a lot of people want to be like. You're becoming that type of person that a lot of people wish they had spent more time trying to become, because at this point it comes natural to you to be this way. This hand signal could be significant to someone. I don't know why I'm holding my hand like that, but or like W, I don't know, wicked witch. Did y'all see that TikTok sound? That sounded so funny to me. Some of you guys could like Wicked. Some of you guys could feel like a character from Wicked. um I didn't watch Wicked, so I don't know much about it, but Wicked can be significant to some of you guys. But it's easy for you guys to be yourselves, and there's an absence of that in the world. And so a lot of you guys are being put on a pedestal by other people because of the way that you know yourself inside and out, and you don't realize that. There's something about you being like, you not knowing that, collective. Like we have the Seven of Cups, so I can see that you guys are in your own world. You're just constantly manifesting, constantly just doing what you like. There's almost like a sense of you almost being self-absorbed, or that's what people think of you, that you are a bit self-absorbed because you are always in your own world. You trust yourself more than you trust anyone else. You trust your intuition, you trust the divine, you trust your spirit guides, whatever it is that you believe in. You trust your higher self more than you trust anyone else around you. Like I said, while there's people around you who are easily like swayed by other people's opinions, by who they're around, I'm seeing that you will go over something 10 times in your head. I'm getting that that is something that could frustrate people about you as well, collective, is that you're not easily swayed. I'm getting that when you come in contact with certain energies or people, especially like certain narcissistic people, that evil eye energy, people are almost people who are like tyrannical in some way. You guys could have had a falling out with like many people in your life because they always try to control you, the way that you think, your opinions, things like that, and you cannot be controlled. And that's just something that is very attractive about you. It's making people inspired by you. It's making people want to be like you. You are influencing many people because you are you, and you don't let anyone else tell you who you are or how to think. You're just a free thinker. You're an independent thinker as well. While I was shuffling, doing my pre-shuffle, I did get the freedom card, and that's what I'm getting. You guys are a free thinker, free spirits. You guys are just free, like free agents is what I heard. You don't really have any attachments. I'm seeing someone who, like, you know how people will think one way because their mom thinks one way, or you will be a part of a religion because your whole family is a part of a religion. I'm saying, collective, it don't matter how many people do something, how many people think a certain way, how many people are telling you that this is the right thing. If it doesn't feel right for you, you're not going to do it. And that's what I was getting about you guys being ahead of your time always. It's like a lot of people are realizing that they are sheep, and you've always been a natural leader. You've always been someone who was a free thinker. And so a lot of people are feeling like, damn, like I've lived a life, based on what other people thought, what other people said that I should do, what other people said that I should think, the opinions that people say I should have, how people say that I should dress and express myself, popular opinions. Like a lot of people live their life based on what is popular, and you live your life based off what is authentic to you. And like I said, you're ahead of your time. So you're having a lot of people looking at you and being like, I wish I had a sense of style like that. I wish I knew myself like that. I wish I knew how to get in touch with myself like that. A lot of people around you, collective, they don't even know how to get in touch with themselves the way that you do. That is a beautiful energy, a beautiful vibe to be in. Ooh, okay, let's digest these cards, guys. We have the Justice card coming out for you guys. So I'm seeing that things always work out in your favor because you march to the beat of your own drum. I'm seeing that a lot of people, collective, expected for life to turn out very differently for you, because of the fact that you have always marched to the beat of your own drum. So it's giving the vibe of, like, for example, this is just an example, but let's say, everyone in your family went to college, which you didn't go to college, and everyone's like, I don't know what collective thinking is going to happen for them because everyone else went to college and they're not going to go to college. So that must mean that collective is going to be the one who ruins their life, or they're not going to have the life that, they're not going to have a good life. But I'm seeing that everything always works out for you. I'm seeing that now, collective, some of you guys could be living a life that other people are jealous of, or a life that other people want, simply because you followed your own path and you didn't, listen to everyone else. We have the Five of Pentacles. I'm interpreting this two ways. I can see here clearly how, in one way, a lot of people um, maybe saw you in the Five of Pentacles energy, because to be a free thinker, you have to be alone a lot. To be a free thinker, you have to be the person who says the thing that no one else will say, or who has the thoughts that no one else is even thinking. And that is a very lonely experience, and someone projected loneliness onto you. So some people saw you as this like lone wolf. Someone expected you to come around at some point, is what I'm getting as well. But I'm seeing the longer that you spent alone, the longer that you became more and more comfortable, is what I'm getting, with the idea of just being alone. Not necessarily being alone physically, but just being alone in your thoughts. Like, there's something very empowering about that as well. Energetically, there's something extremely powerful about being the first person to do something, the only person pursuing something. Some of you guys are ahead of something. Some of you guys are going to be the first person to pursue something like a career path or a career choice or something like that. And it's because you are a free thinker. So it's like, what felt lonely to the collective, or what looked lonely for the collective from other people's point of view, was actually you just having access to the fast lane, you having access to abundance that a lot of people won't have access to because they're afraid to be free thinkers in the way that you are not afraid to be a free thinker. You have access to certain levels of abundance and prosperity that are tied to certain journeys that only you were willing to take, is what I'm getting. So the road might have looked really, lonely, and it might look like, damn, collective, all, they're there by themselves. But how many people do you know, like, it's like a field being too saturated, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some people in this world who follow, their own path and march to the beat of their own drum, and open up new avenues for people. Like, you guys are pioneers and like trendsetters in that way. So it feels very lonely to be a pioneer, to be a trendsetter, to be the first person to do something, but the reward is extremely grand. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. So I'm seeing that this is like a progression for the collective, because we had the Page of Pentacles. So many of you guys could have started out maybe really insecure about this, but over time, I'm seeing that you guys become more and more confident in that, more and more confident in the fact that no matter what, you're always going to be good, that it actually pays you to be independent. It pays you to have your own thoughts. It pays you to trust yourself and your path and your intuition in the way that a lot of people won't. And we also have the Three of Swords coming out as well. So I can see here very clearly that there are people, collective, who literally miss you. a lot of people feel as though they missed out on the opportunity to get to where you are now. Some of you guys are very successful, or you guys are just living very free lives. You guys are living life for yourself, even. You're not living a life to please or appease anyone else. And it's showing like the difference between you and other people is really showing at this time. Let's get a few from the Sassy Spirits deck. Okay. Okay. The sassy spirits are so funny. They genuinely make me laugh. But we have stopped trying to save people who wouldn't share their snacks. So I'm getting collective that you could have tried to warn people that the path that they were heading on was always only going to lead to disappointment. I'm getting that you could have seen the way a lot of people were making choices and decisions, just trying to be popular, just trying to be cool, just trying to not feel like an outcast. You could have had people who saw the way that you it looks like as though you were an outcast because we have the Five of Pentacles. It looked for a long time like you were an outcast, but you were really ahead of your time. You were the one who was seeing the true way to live, the true way to go about living. And so I'm seeing that you tried to share your knowledge with people. It could have felt like you were trying to save people from themselves. You could have a lot of people with the Three of Swords, from what I'm getting, who are very heartbroken about the choices and decisions that they have made in their life. Thinking back to a time where you really tried to spit knowledge to them about maybe not making certain decisions before they were ready or something like that. But someone at this time is looking back at maybe something that you said or maybe the way that you lived your life, wishing that maybe they listened to you a little bit. We have not every shadow work session needs a public announcement. Someone could be trying to get your attention at this time, collective. I'm seeing someone, you could have been someone who maybe posted maybe positive quotes, inspiring people to like live their life. I'm seeing that someone is trying to get your attention by trying to prove to you that they are like you. Beware of people like that who just try to get your attention to like reap the benefits of like your energy, to be taught by you. I'm seeing someone who's trying to pretend that they are the same as you, that they are the same free spirit as you, because they see the benefits that being a free spirit has gotten you. And so someone wants to pretend and fake that they are a free thinker, a free spirit in the way that you are when they're not. So I'm seeing someone trying to like almost like put on a performance for you in that way to make it seem like they're like you because they see that um, the way that you go about life has been very beneficial for you. It's the same energy, to be honest. The same way that whoever these energies are, they may have followed the status quo back then. You're becoming the new status quo, and so you're going to have a lot of people who want to follow you as well. Yes, the retrograde is real. No, it's not responsible for all your BS. Some of you guys could be heavily into astrology, heavily into spirituality, all of those things. And so, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Let me take a sip of water. I have been talking for 23 minutes. But some of you guys could talk about those things. So some of you guys could experience people who are now trying to jump on your train of like astrology, spirituality. Some of you guys have like hidden or occult knowledge that you could have tried to share with someone. At some point, people could have tried to make you seem crazy because you had certain knowledge, occult knowledge, spiritual knowledge, things like that. People try to make you look the spiritual woo woo person. I get it. For a long time, I was that person, the spiritual woo woo person, and everyone was like, "This girl is crazy. What is she talking about?" And now all of a sudden, everybody wants to read. Bitch, you was just talking shit and now you want me to read your cards? Whatever. But that's how some of you guys could feel the way that people are trying to jump on your bandwagon now. The way that people are trying to like now be a part of things because they see that it's working out for you. So now if you're a tarot reader, now people want to get their cards read, like me. Or some of you guys, if you're really into spirituality and it's improved your life in many ways, it's like now people are just like, hey, like So what's this about? I'm seeing people almost like prying and forcing themselves in your life also because they just want to benefit from it. Or a lot of people could feel as though it's just like a new wave to jump on. It's getting popular. They're seeing more and more people do something. I'm seeing that you guys could have been like the first person in your family to talk about like spirituality or whatever it is. Doesn't have to just be spirituality. It could be health for some of you guys. Something that has proved in the long run to work out for you. I'm seeing that now people are receptive of it. There's a lot of people who want to jump on your bandwagon, collective, and it's important that you use your discernment to discern who is actually genuinely interested in a giving you your props, or bigging you up for you want people who recognize that the burden of being the first person to do something, that's something that is worth appreciation. It's something that is worth acknowledgement as well. You don't want people to just come in, because I'm getting the vibe that there's a lot of people who want to come in and like learn something from you and then go out and pose as if they taught themselves all of those things. So if you guys are a practitioner or a teacher or a healer in some way, protect your craft, protect your energy, protect what it is that you are good at, especially if it's something that you do that supports your livelihood. Like if you like sell a service or a healing service, or some sort of like anything like that, even if it's like a personal trainer, a therapist, something like that. Don't just be giving out your work for free, okay? Don't be giving out your work for free. Don't give out your gems for free. Don't give out your knowledge for the free. It has to be earned in some way, shape, or form. It needs to be earned, okay? Because you endured all of that alone. You had the burden of being the first person in line, being the pioneer. And so you need to be, fairly compensated for that in whatever way you see fit. Okay. So yeah, everybody trying to jump on your bandwagon, collective. That's just what happens. When you're a free thinker, when you're a free spirit, it takes people a while to understand what you could have understood years ago. Some of you guys are carrying the burden of knowing things years, 10s, 20 years prior to. Some of you guys are like prophetic in that way, where you could see the way that something, people should have jumped on a bandwagon now or like 10 years ago. And now 10 years in the future, when it's almost too late, it's like begging friends and family to get serious about their health. And then 10, 20 years later, when all of the illnesses come up and the health issues come up, now everyone's coming to you, I need to get healthy, I need to get healthy. It's just like, I tried to say that 10 years ago. So like I said, collective, use your discernment with whoever is coming to you and why they are coming to you. But just know you were on the money, okay? With whatever you did in the past, you were on the money, okay? I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.